Welcome to Fischer ToolBox Talks Training. In this session, we will be demonstrating correct installation of Fischer FIS EM injection resin. FIS EM Plus is high-performance epoxy resin, perfect choice for application with large hole diameters, deeper holes, or where diamond drilling is required. FIS EM Plus has comprehensive ETA, European Technical Assessment Option 1 for crack concrete, which covers large range of resin studs, M8 up to M30. Also includes internally threaded RGMI M8 up to M20. Rebars up to 40 mm diameter, and also rebar anchor FRA M12 up to M24. ETA allows installation in dry, wet, and also flooded holes. Diamond drilling is certified, and you don't have to roughen up the surface, which is a large advantage, especially if you are installing large diameter resin studs or large rebars. Seismic classification C1 and C2 is included. ETA extends design life from standard 50 years to 100 years. And in addition, FIS EM has also independent report for design life up to 120 years, which is fantastic advantage, especially on large infrastructure projects. American approval ICC is available, and also fire classification up to R240. FIS EM Plus is approved also for post-install rebar applications. When you are installing injection resin anchors, it's very important to follow installation instructions and to clean a hole correctly, because otherwise the resin will bond to the drilling debris and load capacity of the anchor will be compromised. With some resins, you can lose up to around 75% of load capacity. Therefore, make sure you have correct installation accessories. So let's have a look what we need for correct installation. Of course, resin, appropriate dispenser. In this case, it's side-by-side cartridge, so this dispenser will be suitable. You can use manual applicator gun, battery gun, and we do have also pneumatic gun for larger drill holes or deeper holes. Then resin stud. You can use either RGM resin studs or FISA resin studs. Then correct drill bit. For M10, we will need 12 mm drill bit. For hole cleaning, make sure you have correct metal BS brush. For this resin, you should be connecting brush to drill, so we do have SDS connector for that. Compressed air cleaning, so you will need compressed gun plus oil-free 6-bar compressor. Hole cleaning can be omitted if you are using hollow drill bits with appropriate dust extraction system, for example, Fischer vac. And at the end, of course, you have to clamp the fixture. So for that, use calibrated torque wrench with suitable socket. For M10 resin stud, it will be 17 mm socket. And we do have some additional installation accessories. For example, if your drill hole depth is more than 150 millimeters, you will need extension tube, FIS. You can cut it to the required length. Spare nozzles, 10 per pack. Also, if you are fixing overhead, we do offer these nylon wedges to support the resin stud overhead. Alignment washers, if it's specified for the application. And if you are installing deeper than 250 millimeters going overhead, or your hole diameter is 40 millimeters or larger, we do have also these injection adapters, which you simply put at the end of that injection tube, and that will allow you to inject the resin correctly without trapping the air. So correct installation procedures are highlighted on a cartridge. Also, we supply installation leaflets. where you can find a lot of useful information. For example, what brush you need, accessories, how to install it, what is the installation torque, what metal brush you need for hole diameter, and so on. So always refer to these instructions. Also, we can issue for installers specific method statements. And if you have the design report CFIX, you will have installation instructions listed in the report, and also list of installation accessories, including article numbers. So that is perfect also for procurement. You know what to order. Before we start installation, we will need to make sure we have correct PPE. And now we are ready to do the installation. Before you start, check resin is in date. It's specified here on a cartridge. Also check ambient temperature and temperature of the concrete. It's within the allowable limit. Cartridge should be at least 5 degrees plus. And ETA allow installation in concrete from -5 degrees, which is advantage in cold months. No problem if it's freezing, you still can install resin in a concrete. Also, before drilling, it's good to mark your studs. So check what is the specified embedment depth, because it's not set for one depth. Design can be done from 4 times stud diameter up to 20 times stud diameter. So always you have to check what was specified. So in this case, in this demonstration, we'll be doing installation with 90 millimeter embedment depth. So I will mark my studs. Okay, done. And we are ready to do the drilling. Also mark the drill hole position with M10 resin anchor using FIS EM Plus resin. The minimum allowable edge distance is 45 millimeter. So check also that. And now let's do the drilling. So we drill the hole using hollow drill bit with dust extraction system. So we don't have to clean a hole. If you use standard hammer drill, you have to clean a hole, which will be 2 times blow it out with compressed air, then 2 times brush it out with a metal brush and blow it out again twice. If you use diamond drilling, you would have to also flush the hole until the water is clean. You can reuse the cartridge. Just simply change the mixing nozzle. Two mixing nozzles are supplied with every cartridge. In this case, we'll be using manual dispenser. We have to discharge approximately 10 centimeters of resin to make sure the resin is correctly mixed. So we have nice gray color. So we are ready to inject the resin. When we are injecting the resin, start from the bottom of the hole. How much resin you need to inject, you can double check that. Before installation, you can use Fischer Professional app, which gives you guidance how much resin is required per hole. It's better to overfill holes instead of not having enough resin in a hole. We are aiming to fill the hole by approximately 2/3. And now we are ready to insert the resin stud. I marked the required embedment depth, and now we are inserting the stud slowly by rotating it. That will make sure the resin fully covers the threads. We can clean the excessive resin. Always we are aiming to have resin coming out, so we know we have enough resin in a hole. You can clean it straight away now, or leave the resin to set and clean it afterwards by just simply chipping it off. When it's set, it's very easy to do it that way as well. We have to wait for resin to fully cure. How long we have to wait is specified on a cartridge. Of course, it depends on a temperature. Also, if you are installing resin in wet or flooded holes, you have to double the curing time. With epoxy resin, the full curing time is much longer than with other resin systems. So always observe the full curing time, and only when the resin is fully set, you can finalize installation. So we pre-installed this resin anchor early because with epoxy resin, we had to wait 18 hours for temperature 10 degrees plus. So we have this anchor fully set, so we can finish installation by applying the maximum allowable installation torque, which in this case is 20 Newton meters. Applying correct installation torque will make sure the bracket is clamped sufficiently, but the resin is not overstressed, the bond strength is not compromised. So the quick summary. Before you do any installation, make sure you have correct anchor as specified, correct type, size, length. You have correct installation tool and accessories. Resin is in date. Ambient and concrete temperature is within allowable limit. You are using the correct drill bit, PGA marked. Make sure it's not worn. Check the worn marks. Drill the hole to correct diameter and specified embedment depth. Then a cleaner hole according to ETA specification, depends on type of drilling used. If you are using hollow drill bit, hole cleaning can be omitted. Discard around 10 centimeters of resin. That will ensure the correct mixing ratio. Inject enough resin in a hole, approximately 2/3 of the drill hole depth. Then inject the resin stud, ensuring the full embedment depth is achieved, inserting the stud slowly by rotating. Then you have to wait for resin to fully cure. If you are installing in a wet holes, double the curing time and apply installation torque. I hope this video was useful. If you need any further information, please contact Fischer Technical Helpline on 01491 827 920 or look at Fischer website fischer.co.uk or download Fischer Professional app. Thank you for watching.